Hey guys, good to see you back. Once again, I'm back with a new project related clip path animation. And in that project, we are going to create this beautiful cool menu hover effect. As you can see, when I hover over my cursor on this menu items, you can see this effect happen. A line crossed through this text and it cut the text into two parts, and both the part moving opposite direction. The first part is moving towards top right corner and the bottom part moving towards bottom left corner. We have a horizontal line that going to cut the text into two parts. So this is exactly what we are going to create in that project with the help of clip path properties. So let's get started and see how we can create that. So as you can see side by side, I opened my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using Light Server extension, and I already created an HTML document named index.html. With that I create style.css file and I link this file with this document. So at first inside the body tag, I'm going to take UL tag and order list. Then inside this UL tag, I'm going to take li tag, li, list item. Then inside this li tag, I'm going to take anchor tag and as anchor text, I'm going to type home. Also, I'm going to use another attribute called data text, data dash text. Data text equal to, I'm going to set it home as well. You will find out later why we add the data text. And for the other list item, I'm going to duplicate this section total 4 times and I'm going to change the text. Then about. Also, I'm going to use the same about text in our data text. Then contact. After that, services. Then portfolio and whatever. Then I'm going to save that file. After save that file, this is how it's look like. Now I'm going jumping to the style.css file, and at first I'm going to import a font. So I'm going to import Google Fonts. From Google Fonts, I'm going to use Railway font. So here I'm going to select body tag, body. Then inside the curly braces, the first property I'm going to use height. Height, I'm going to assign height 100 VH, 100 viewport height. Then I'm going to assign display, and I'm going to make this one flex. And justify content center. Also align item center. Then I'm going to define font family. Some type font family railway sans serif. This one. And I'm going to save that file. After save the file, this is how it's look like. Also, let's add background color to our body tag. I want to make it dark gray. Some type background color hashtag 222, this one. Now let's style the UL tag on order list. Then inside the curly braces, first I'm going to remove margin. I'm going to set margin 0. Then I'm going to set padding. Padding also 0. After that, I'm going to style the li tag, li, and I'm going to set the position. I'm going to make it relative. Then I'm going to set list style. I'm going to make it none. Also, I want to assign margin from top and bottom and left and right. So type margin from top and bottom. I'm going to assign 10 pixel. I think 10 pixel is good for it. And from left and right, I'm going to assign 0 pixel. And I'm going to save that file. After save that file, this is how it's look like. After that, I'm going to style the anchor tag. So I'm going to type a, and inside the curly braces, the first property I'm going to use position, and I'm going to make it relative. After position, I want to apply display, and I'm going to make this one block. Then text align center. And also I'm going to remove margin from it, some type margin, and I'm going to set it 0. Then I'm going to define padding also from top and bottom I'm going to use padding 5 pixel, and from left and right I'm going to use 10 pixel. Then after that I'm going to define text color, and I'm going to make it fully white, not the black. Hashtag FFF. Then text transform, I'm going to make it uppercase, font size, and I'm going to use font size 60 pixel. Then text decoration, I'm going to make it none because I want to remove the underline. And then I'm going to set this file. After set this file, this is how it's look like. Now we need to add some font weight. I need bolder font. For that, I'm going to define font weight. I'm going to make it 900. Next, I'm going to use transition property. Transition, I'm going to set it transition 0.5 second. And I'm going to save this file. After save this file, this is how it's look like. Now links are looking exactly that we want. And now I want to create the split effect. We need to split the text. We need to split the links into two halves. So when line passes through them, split effect will happen. And we are going to do that using clippath property. So at first we need to target the before pseudo element of the anchor tag. For that, I'm going to type anchor :before. Then inside the curly braces, content and attr utter function, and I'm going to pass data type here, data, and in that function I'm going to pass the data text attribute. So what it going to do? It's going to grab the text in data text attribute and put it in the content of the before pseudo element. So for the each of the link, it's going to provide the data text attribute value. For home, it's going to assign home. For about, it's going to assign about. For contact, for services. For portfolio, it's going to assign portfolio. Next, we need to place the content top of the original link. We need to perfectly align them. After that, I'm going to make the position of this content absolute. Next, I'm going to apply top value. Here I want to place from the top, I want to start it from the 0, and from the left also I want to start it from the 0. Next, I'm going to define width property, width 100%. Also, I'm going to define padding from top and bottom. I'm going to use 5 pixel, and from left and right I'm going to use 0. Next, I'm going to define color, and I want to set color. You can use any color, but I'm going to use some kind of orange color, this color. After that, box sizing, border box, and transition, I'm going to set it 0.5 second. That's it. And I'm going to save that file. After save this one, you can see the result. We place the content top of the actual text. Next, we need to show only the top half of the before pseudo element. For that, we need to use clippath property. So let's jump into the KP website. And from this website, I'm going to select this shape, trapezoid. And I want to select only the top half of this shape. That's it. And I'm going to copy the code. After copy this one, let's back to the website and I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to save this file. After save that file, you can see the top half of the text. You can see only the top half of the before pseudo element. And next, I'm going to make the original text transparent. So let's back to code, anchor tag, and I'm going to set color. I'm going to make it transparent. And I'm going to set that again. Now using after pseudo element, we need to create the other half. So I duplicate this section. After duplicate it, I'm going to replace before with after, and also I'm going to change the shape. So let's back to the Clippy website, and this time I'm going to select the other half, and I'm going to copy the code. Then after copy the code, I'm going to replace the after procedure element clip path with that, and I'm going to save this one again. After save that file, you can notice the result. Now, if I hover over the links, I want to move the before pseudo element at top right corner and after pseudo element at bottom left corner. For that, we need to create the selector. Let me show you. So first I'm going to select anchor tag, and when I hover over the anchor tag, hover, then I want to select the before pseudo element, before. Inside the curly braces, I want to change the color, and I want to make it white. With that, I want to apply transform property, because as I told you, we need to move the before pseudo element top right corner. So here I will type transform, and I'm going to use translate property, translate. Along the x-axis, I want to move this one 10 pixel at right side, and also we need to move this one top. So from at y-axis direction, I want to move minus 3 pixel. I think it's good for it. So let's save the file and hover my cursor on it. You can see the result. It's moved the element perfectly. And we need to do the same thing for the after pseudo element. So I duplicate that section, and I'm going to make it replace before with after, and this time I'm going to use minus. At x-axis direction, I want to move it minus 10 pixel, and at y-axis direction, I want to move it positive 3 pixel. And I'm going to set this file again. After set that file, if I hover my cursor on it, you can see the beautiful effect, beautiful split effect. Now the only thing is left, the horizontal line that going to cut through this text and create a cutting effect. And we are going to create it using before pseudo element of li tag. So I'm type li colon before inside the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, I'm going to create a blank content. It's a blank content. Then I'm going to define position. I want to make it absolute. After that, I want to place from the top, I want to place it 50%. After that, I'm going to transform this element, some type transform, translate, and I want to translate y. I want to move it at y-axis, translate y minus 50%. Then I'm going to assign width 100%. Then after that, I'm going to assign height of this line, and I'm going to assign height 1 pixel only, and background color, and I want to use the exact orange color. Next, left, I want to place at left position, left 100%. If I save this one, you can see that line. I put the line at left 100%. Then transition 0.5 second. That's good. So whenever I hover my cursor on this text, this line move to the right side and create a cutting effect of the text. It's going to split the text. So when I hover over on it, I want to move this line. So let's create this selector. For that, some type li. When I hover over on it, I want to target the before pseudo element, and I want to move this line left side 100%, but this time I'm going to use positive value, and I'm going to set this file. After set that file, if I hover my cursor on it, you can see the result. So now when I hover over the link, you can see this line cross over this text and cut the text and provide a slicing effect. After that, we need to hide the lines outside the link area. For that, we need to go back to the insert the list items. And here I'm going to use a property called overflow. So type overflow hidden, and I'm going to set this one. Now to set that file, if I hover my cursor on this text, you can see the result. You can see the beautiful splitting effect. But the problem is when I hover my cursor on it, there is no delay between these two transition. So I'm going to add little transition to this before elements, and so I scroll down a little bit. So inside the before element, here I'm going to add little transition delay. Transition delay, and I'm going to pass the value 0.25 seconds. That's it. Also, we need to do the same thing for the bottom half. So copy this line. So copy the property and value, and I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom half and set this file again. Now after set this file, as you can see, horizontal line is hidden. Also I add little delay. So when I hover my cursor on it, first line passing through this text and then it split the element, and we get this beautiful cool effect. So this is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next tutorial.